Welcome back to day 3, chapter 3 of our reading of more advice from a call center geek here by the fire. Chapter 3. Want to bet? I bet I know why your call center is struggling. In helping companies with call center outsourcing, we have seen many reasons call centers and customer service centers struggle in many organizations. I bet as I read through this section, some of these will ring true in your organization. The first step in correcting a problem is knowing that you have one. This is not to be an absolute list, but these will tend to be 7 cardinal reasons why we see contact centers struggle. We will address these and many more as we get deeper into the book. Take a second and circle some of these issues that you see in your call center. At least right now, think about it. This way, when you get to a chapter on fixing these, you can drill down on what is most important to you in your call center. It's okay if you have issues in your call center. That's why you've downloaded or at least are listening to me read this super expensive book. Actually free right now. The first core reason we see customer service centers struggle is an unneeded focus from a specific organizational department that doesn't understand the impact they're having on the call center and on the customer experience. Let me read that again. The first core reason we see centers struggle is an unneeded focus from a specific organizational department that don't understand the impact they're having on the call center and on the customer experience. Number 1. Who has the say in your customer service call center? Who's running your USA customer service call center or your offshore call center? Is it your financial department, your marketing department, or is it your sales execs? Who has the most say? Who's that squeaky wheel that always seems to be around and need that oil? The mindset of the people running your call center has a lot to do with the culture and the personality of the center. Now, in a great center, you can still balance these different aspects. But when one takes over as being more important, as it happens in a lot of companies, you have a disconnect and the customer takes the brunt. So if there's a financial importance as the overwhelming key driver in your contact center, when this happens, you feel the pressure of being efficient even to a fault. High service levels do not mean as much as low average handle time, wait times, and wrap time. You get pressure to handle more calls in a shorter period of time. When this happens, you have a couple issues. First, you already have irritated customers before they even got to an agent because of long wait times in queue. Second, when the rep feels the pressure to have quicker calls, the service drops. This is a snowball effect because the bigger the queue, the more the pressure you have, and each of your supervisors put on your reps to handle the next call and handle them quickly. We've all been there. It's funny when you look at the service level and wait time for people calling in to buy something from a company, those skills or queues, they'll get overstaffed, right? While customer service for questions gets understaffed. A lot of you guys do that. This is true in so many companies. Companies still do not realize selling to an existing customer who is happy with their service is so much easier and cheaper than getting a new customer to buy for the first time. And these companies run this way. It's like pulling teeth to add staff, yet there's little technology spend either. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to this. If marketing and sales is your key driver, so many customer service centers, rightfully so, are trying to make their center not just a customer service center, but a profit center. Nothing wrong with this. Cross-selling to your customers with specific add-ons is a great way to do this. Some mistakes, though, that we see when this is done. A, your cross-selling effort does not match the call type. We've seen crazy things that clients have tried to sell just for a quick buck. And B, your selling effort takes over the main reason for the call, which is service. When this happens, not only are you not getting a sale, but you may be losing a customer. You must handle the customer's issues first, build a rapport, and then try to cross-sell or upsell a product that meets the needs of the customers. Do you just keep track of how many sales your reps have in your call center? They're probably posted in your room, right? Do your top salespeople get all the rewards? I hope you have your quality scores and rep satisfaction scores posted as well. Most don't. Number 2, education. Most companies put all their education, notice I said education and not train. I believe that you train animals and you educate people. But most companies put all their education into how to run a specific program, skill, or channel. They do not do a great job of facilitating tone and delight in their calls. Most companies want to educate as fast as they can, so they can have reps producing quickly, even to the detriment of the customer. It makes no sense. Remember, you must understand that in the age of social media, your customers will talk to others. We want them to be evangelists for your brand. We must understand this as we educate. Number 3, the third biggest issue we see in call centers, no fluid processes. Large and small companies all can have this issue, but most of the time you see it in the larger companies. When multiple departments have the say in how customer service for their specific channel is to be handled, you get inconsistent and confusing service. Different 1-800 numbers, transfer calls, multiple call resolution. It's super frustrating. When told by a company associate that they don't handle that issue here, or they don't deal with that in this department, the frustration level rises, and you may have already lost the customer. Just disjointed departments all handling service and sales is a huge reason for the lack of service in the marketplace. Number 4, which we're going to talk to a lot here in the coming chapter, is wrong metrics. And this is kind of the Moneyball stuff that we talked to during chapter 1. So many companies have in-house USA customer service centers stuck on metrics such as first call resolution, service level adherence, talk time, or proprietary formulas to tell us if we're good at service. These metrics should diagnose and put service issues and techniques under the microscope, but not be your goal. All they do is tell you how efficient your contact center is. Your goal for world-class service should be to have your customers become so loyal that they become evangelists for your brand, so that they talk to all their friends. In the age of social media, this is the direction your company must be moving. NPS and speech analytics sentiment reporting are ways of starting to accomplish this. More on this in a later chapter. Number 5, dependence on self-service channels only. Many organizations believe in forcing self-service, that they are saving money by stopping calls going to a live agent. Show me a company doing this and I'll show you one with low customer sat and net promoter scores, and probably low customer retention as well. Just because huge companies such as Google, LinkedIn, and Facebook go this route does not make it right for you. When you can get a monopoly on a specific service like the big boys do, it's another story. You are competing with many other companies, and your service will be a huge factor in what customers do business with you. I will say, though, that just because they do this still doesn't mean that you should do it. Self-service is a powerful tool when done the right way. It is a needed channel if it's done correctly. Too many organizations frustrate customers by hiding a long, painful IVR process, or even worse, they hide their 1-800 number. You want to talk to your customers. You have limited chances to build loyalty with your customers, so don't push them away. Number 6, poor call center culture. If your customer service call center is a miserable place to work, then how do you expect great customer service from its associates? The contact center can be a place where you can do things that you cannot do in any other department. You can yell, high five, cheer each other up. You can't do that in accounting. Show me a quiet contact center floor and I'll show you one with high turnover, low quality, and more importantly, one that reflects that associates are not enjoying themselves. It does not matter if you're running a center that sells insurance, a banking call center, or a pure customer service or sales vertical. You can, and in my opinion, must make the environment enjoyable. Number 7, poor management training. How do you educate the supervision in your customer service center? Do you have an education plan at all? Or do you just take that long tenured associate and make them supervisors and put them on a team? If you hire a supervisor off the street, what education do you give them? Most call center organizations that I have seen do not do a good job in preparing their supervisors for the job at hand. Many call center managers assume that because they did a great job on the phones that they're going to be a great supervisor. Big mistake. We have found that having a solid management training program not only educates your future managers on their job, but also shows career progression to all employees, which limits turnover. Customer service is as much an art and a science. Many impressive companies do a fabulous job with this. Unfortunately, there are way too many companies that do not understand the impact of what poor service has on the company. In the coming chapter, we'll look at how to fix these problems with solutions that maybe you've not thought of yet. I bet you want to know how to hire amazing call center associates. Well, tomorrow we'll discuss.